In 11.6, we're looking at geometric series. So here is the formula for a geometric series. So the sum of n terms will equal your first term, a1, times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. Remember, m is your number of terms, a1 is your first term, and r is your common ratio. So first, we're just going to do a little review on common ratio and finding a term. So what is the common ratio here? Go from 2 to 4, we're multiplying by 2, 4 to 8, multiplying by 2, 8 to 16, multiplying by 2. So our ratio is 2. Now, to find the eighth term, we could use our explicit formula. A sub n equals your first term times your ratio to the n power, or sorry, n minus 1 power. So plugging in there, find the eighth term. So your eighth term is 2 times 2 to the 8 minus 1 power, which equals 256. So now we're going to get into using that geometric series. So we want to find the sum of the first n terms given the geometric sequences. So let's look at our formula again. S sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. So we need to know what a sub 1 is, what r is, and what n is for this formula. So we're told n is 12. Our first term is 2. And now we just need to find our ratio. To get from 2 to 6, we're multiplying by 3. Same for 6 to 18, and so on. So r is 3. So now we are going to plug in our pieces of information. So our 12th term, or the sum of our first 12th term, equals 2 times 1 minus 3 to the 12th power over 1 minus 3. So then we would plug that into our calculator. So here I've pulled up my Desmos calculator and plugging in 2. We get 531,000 440 is the sum of our first 12 terms. So that is all we're doing when we're finding a geometric series. So now I want you to try this one. So here is our formula. The sum equals your first time times 1 minus your ratio to the nth power over 1 minus your ratio. So you first need to find your first term, your ratio, and n. So our first term is 10. Our ratio, once again, we're multiplying by 3, is 3. And n, we're told, is 8. So now we plug in. The sum of our first 8 terms is 10 times 1 minus 3 to the 8th power over 1 minus 3. Plug that into our calculator. And I'm just going to go back and modify this one since it's similar. And we get 32,800. And that is geometric series.